May we continue where we left off day before yesterday. Life, may one repeat what we said a little bit. We are not trying to convince you of anything. That must be clearly understood. We are not trying to persuade you to accept a particular point of view, nor try to impress you about anything. We're not doing any propaganda. That's dreadful. For and against and so on. We're not talking about personalities or who is right and who is wrong, but rather trying to think out together, which seems to be the most difficult thing to do, to observe together what the world is, what we are, what we have made of the world, and what we have made of ourselves. We are trying to together examine both the inward and the outward man, and to observe clearly. One must be free to look. If one clings to one's particular experience, opinion, judgment, prejudice, then it is not possible to think together. And the world crisis, which is right in front of us, demands, urges us to think together so that we can solve the human problem together. Not according to any particular person, to a particular philosopher, to a particular guru, to any particular person. We are trying, looking, observing together. And this is important to bear in mind all the time. That the speaker is merely pointing out and together examining it. So it's not one-sided, but rather cooperating together and examining, taking a journey together, and so act together. As we pointed out, our consciousness is not our consciousness, individual consciousness. This is very important to understand, because our consciousness is not only the specialized group, the national and so on, but also all the travail, the conflicts, the misery, the confusion, sorrow and so on. And we are examining together that consciousness, which is the human consciousness, which is our consciousness, not mine, but ours. Now, one of the factors that is demanded in this examination is that one has to have the capacity of intelligence. According to the dictionary meaning, intelligence means to discern, to understand, to distinguish. And also it means observing, gathering, putting it together, all that which have gathered, and act from that. Either that gathering, that discernment, that observation can be prejudiced, and therefore that intelligence is denied when there is prejudice. Right? And that intelligence, if one follows another, that intelligence is denied. Following another, however noble, however this or that, denies your own perception, denies your own observation. You are merely following somebody who will tell you what to do, what to think, and so on. And if you do that, that intelligence doesn't exist, because in that intelligence there is no observation. Intelligence demands doubt, questioning, not be impressed by persons, by their enthusiasm, by their energy. Intelligence demands that there must be impersonal observation. And intelligence is not only the capacity to understand that which is rationally explained verbally, but also it demands that you gather as much as information as possible, and knowing that information can never be complete about anybody, about anything. Therefore, where there is that intelligence, there is hesitation,